everyone, we will now begin our presentation. We are Team KUAS, and you will understand this name by the end of this presentation. This is the table with the information of our team members, and we will present in this order. COVID has transformed various aspects of our lives. Mask mandates and social distancing may have prevented the spread of the virus, but it also has made it harder than ever before to convene with the closest of our friends and family. Though all of us at least once may have experienced frustration by the transformations, children perhaps are the most heavily impacted ones and the ones that need the help the most. For children at an age which is crucial to learn to communicate with friends at school, how the world suddenly changed would have been a lot confusing to comprehend. It would be overwhelming for a child to understand why they must wear a mask and why they cannot go to school and have fun. Even the most basic terms necessary for understanding what is going around us, for instance viruses, vaccines, and immunity, can be difficult for a child to understand. It would be great if children could look for the answers themselves, but most of the information out there are just too hard for them, and it even may be inaccurate. Bearing this situation in mind, our team thought that there is a need to help children understand what's going on around them in a way that is easy and fun enough for them to learn. So we came up with an idea to create digital content which suits a child's curiosity and delivers knowledge in a comprehensible way. We thought of creating a digital interactive storybook with immune cell protagonist and a pathogen antagonist that introduces the concepts of immunity, and a game that lets them to understand how our immune system sets up defense and how a pathogen tries to attack it.
We expect our digital contents with the interactive digital elements to be appealing for many children. Also, our contents will be easily accessible for anyone through the web, so we can provide the solution to the ones in need as much as possible. We would be able to collect user feedback that can be used to improve the contents we provide. Thus, the fact that our contents are digital makes it suitable for distribution and maintenance. As children engage with the contents, it naturally lets them familiarize themselves with the basic concepts of immunity. It might even spark their interest in biology and medicine. If they decide to pursue their interest by studying, they will eventually be able to reach a level when they are critical about the information circulating around them. They will become the next generation of biologists, medical doctors, and many frontline workers. They will be ones that are immune to misinformation, and they will be the ones that are better prepared for any future pandemics than any other generation had before. Just like how a kid might dream of being an astronaut by playing with toy rockets, we hope kids to enjoy our contents and to develop their dream of working in the field of biology or medicine.
We proposed a web app-based storybook that helps children to familiarize themselves with the concept of immunity and public health. For instance, we could create a story about the B lymphocyte protagonist undergoing a journey to fight pathogens. This baby lymphocyte character will start off as an immature cell born at the womb. Later, he will forge his unique weapons, B-cell receptors, through DNA recombination. During his other scans, he will be tested whether he can differentiate pathogens with the body cell. He passed this test and is now a mature warrior, and he delightfully presents antigen fragments which he captures with his receptor. One day, the body gets infected by a pathogen and lymphocytes prepare to battle. Suddenly, a helper T cell comes running toward him and finds out he has the perfect weapon to fight off the invaders. He now proliferates into plasma cell and memory cell. The plasma cells produce antibodies to fight off the pathogen. The story ends by reminding the fact that the memory cells ensure protection from the same pathogen. Since this story is in a digital format, various features that can aid the learning of the children can be added to the chassis of the story. These features include interactive elements, scenario selections, Q&A buttons, and more. For instance, we could include movable elements within the story to allow children to click and drag the antibodies to the matching pathogens. We could also allow children to select different scenarios to let them explore the outcomes. If they choose a vaccinated body, the story starts from the memory cell, so they learn that the body is able to fight off the pathogen more quickly through secondary immune response if vaccinated. Children can click the Q&A button to ask any questions they want to ask or look at the answer to the questions which others asked. We believe many more useful options can be added in the future based on demand. There also could be a realistic models vs character toggle switch which can be clicked to convert between cute immune cell characters and biomedical illustration. This option allows kids to understand that the story actually parallels what's happening in our bodies. We plan to develop contents that can be easily participated by individuals. However, as the spread of COVID-19 has increased the time spent with family members at home, we are considering expanding the contents that can be participated in on family basis. Also, if we develop content suitable for each age group, such as teenagers, college students, and the elderly, it will have the effect of promoting their health literacy. If we collaborate with children's education experts when developing contents for children, we can make our content more informative, and if we collaborate with professional illustrators when producing the necessary illustrations, our content will be able to express more. We can maximize the availability of our content by developing it into game. If like a strategy game, a user attacks through a pathogen, another user defends through the immune system, so that users can understand how the pathogen interferes with the immune system and causes disease, and how our immune system prevents pathogen invasion. We plan to provide our content for app or website, so we will check the effectiveness of this project by checking the number of downloads in the App Store or website visitors and conducting a satisfaction survey after utilizing the content. We think that we can give feedback immediately because we can quickly understand the user's response. Also, we will attach a quiz at the end of the content to understand how much children understand about the content. Based on this data, we think we can edit the level of content we provide.
We think the challenge we may face is the difficulty of explaining complicated scientific concepts at a level which children can understand. In order to avoid too difficult or inaccurate information, we would need a lot of consideration in the process of refining the information we collect. For better storytelling, we would have to have a look at how existing children's educational contents are written. In addition to the importance of delivering information, it is important to get children interested and encourage them to participate. So it is necessary to develop content by establishing a device that can identify the level of interest of children. In addition, activities through these contents may end up being temporary activities, so we need to continuously update the contents so that children can continue to participate. Because our content is accessible online, users can access it from public educational institutions such as schools or through digital device rental projects by public educational institutions for individuals that do not own digital devices. If there exist communities that have no practical means of accessing the internet, we can provide them with our stories in the form of printed materials and games in the form of board games so that our content can also be accessible offline.
Follows. First of all, ebook content creation and web upload. First of all, we compile the information we will deliver into an ebook and upload it online. Advertise user survey. It promotes the inflow of content through promotion and conducts surveys on users. Content improvement, broader user, game development. We expand the age group of the target users and improve the contents by developing the game. 4. Content update and maintenance. COVID-19 related information continues to be newly revealed today, so we continue to provide the content through continuous updates to such information. 5. Impact evaluation. We make up for the insufficient parts by evaluating the impact on the content we provide.